I'm There we go. We got the right background that I wanted. Hey, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great show tonight. We're going to be talking about range issues. Which ones has the better range, the Mini 2 or the Mini 3? And also, I'm going to be talking about some new things that have come to the channel. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So let's get this going with a little humor, shall we? All right. Did you know somebody complimented me on my parking today? They kindly left a note on my windscreen which said, "Parking fine." Yeah. Alrighty. You know what really floats my boat? Buoyancy. Yeah. A container ship full of blue paint has collided with a container ship full of red paint. The crew has been marooned. Too smart for Bill. I got really emotional this morning at the petrol station, at the gas station here in the U.S. I don't know why, but I just started filling up. Oh, yeah. When everything's coming your way, you're in the wrong lane. Oh, boy. Yeah. I just passed a whole field of sheep on the bus today. What they were doing on the bus, I don't know. Yeah. My car mechanic told me I couldn't repair your brakes, so I made your horn louder. Yeah. There we go. I was surprised when she put her head on my shoulder. I didn't know it came off. Ouch. Feminism is not a fad. It's not like Angry Birds, although it does involve with a lot of angry birds. Bad birds, that's an English slang for. Okay. Women shouldn't have children after the age of 35. I screwed that one up. Let's skip that one. My mate carried a Czech girl, which took 5 hours to hoover the living room. She was Slovak. Oh, hey, fun fact about I gotta look this one. Fun fact: the majority of archaeologists are women due to their natural ability to dig up the past. Oh, yeah. All right, let's get this show going. Let's bring up my co-host all the way from Port St. Lucie, the ever awake Bill Ronayne.
Yay! Where's my applause?
Yeah.
What the? I gotta bring my own sound effects. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Right.
I could have given you the golf clap, which would have been a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, great bunch of jokes there, Artie.
Well,
Good
thank you.
delivery. You were right on. Right on. Whew. Boy, I'm glad I stopped at the liquor store on the way home. I'm gonna
Okay.
gotta get prepped for the show tonight.
There you
Hey,
go.
Bill, how you doing, Bill? We got Bill in the show. Did we announce?
Yep, Bill Quinn Dynasty, Kin Dynasty,
Ken.
Johnny DRC, John Flying Flynn Media, Rat RH, Charles Galuski, Robbie RC Pro BE, which is Belgium, and Hugo Vista Aria, and Dustin One Vision Aerial, Crypto Man 5000. You know what? Crypto Man 5. Crypto Man 5000. There you go. You need a little bit of that. Then we got Warren Akira show. I hope the finger is feeling better. Don't know if you heard about that. He had a little incident with the hedge trimmer that kind of nicked his little finger, big finger. Ooh,
What's up with Jim
brother.
making fun of my bowl? This is a bowling shirt, Jim. I mean, I know that may not. You may think that that's feminine, but it's a man's game. It's a bowling shirt. I
Then
didn't
we
know.
got Alan, Drone Views Media. And we've got Dominic, Northside Hawk Drone Tech. All right, we already got a good crowd tonight. So,
Well,
you're all decked out in your bowling shirt. I've got one of my old ArtCo drone shirts. And, oh, I forgot the.
well, see, I wear this to work. See,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes.
You know what? I like bowling so much. I've got pins in my legs. Oh,
You're the belle of the ball. Oh,
and we got Lance Cadena. Welcome, welcome.
Charles Kaliski.
Always good to have your headgear all set up. And there we go.
Very good.
Alrighty.
How long have you had that mic? Is that a new mic?
No, I've had this for about 3 or 4 years, man.
I
Maybe.
remember being gold like that. It's kind of the golden mic with the golden throat.
The golden EIB microphone.
Yeah. Yeah. And Charles is in
Hey,
there.
we got little Laura little Llama Laura. And Don Mudball Creative. Wow. Cool.
Okay.
So it's hot and muggy in Florida. It's cool and cloudy here in Denver, Colorado. Mid to low 70s today. We may get up to 69 tomorrow. Jim Beauchard's in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you, sir.
Yeah, I mentioned him. He made fun of my shirt.
Oh,
that was Jim. Yeah, he doesn't know what a real man's shirt looks like, does he? Do you, Jim? Should invite him in so I can make fun of his clothing.
I don't know if he. Well, you know what? I'll throw him a link.
69. You know what the speed limit for making love is, right?
69. Hey.
No, 68. 69, you got to turn around and go the other way.
Oh, boy. That needs a rim shot.
Thank you. Well, no, rim shot is something else altogether.
Oh.
That's when you're backing in. Anyway. So, Artie, how are you doing today? I haven't talked to you in at least, I don't know, a day.
Yeah, a few days, yeah.
2 days.
Just still looking for a job.
Are you?
But, yep,
I'm looking to
keep
get out
running into jobs that, hey, require standing or requiring lifting 50 pounds.
Or knowing what you're doing.
That too.
I think it's funny. You invite me in the channel, and then while you're telling your jokes, you make fun of me, and I'm not even on the screen. What is that? Yeah, Bill's down there. Let's include him with this. And thank you. Somebody complimented my boat. Thank you. Just one of my toys. One of his toys. Uncle Bill's toys. I brought that up though to Art before the show started. That I'm once again considering changing the channel. Jim is liable to show up butt naked. Not again, please. And because I just realized someone, and it struck me only because there was an idiot that came into one of the streams I was in, and he started talking about, oh, look at this, grown men talking about toy drones. So he's just a moron that doesn't know what he's talking about. But then it struck me. It wasn't my stream. That perhaps some people are offended by the fact that I call our hobby a toy, because I really don't, you know. I mean, I've got my three toys, my three major toys. I got a bunch of little ones, but my three is the boat, the Harley, and the drones, because those are my three hobbies. So they're my toys, like big boy toys. But that doesn't mean I think drones are toys. But I just wonder if people are offended by that. Is anybody offended by the fact that I call my drone one of my toys? Anybody like to have an opinion on that? Should I change that? Call it to my, something else like
Well,
my, I don't know, like my Harley is akin to my erection. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you offended, Maddie? You know what? I'm offended for you. And I've seen your haircut, so that was offensive. Johnny D, Big Boy Toys. Yeah, Big Boy Toys. Oh, that's what I should name the channel.
mhm. Yeah, not adult toys.
Did it cross your mind? Oh, this moron calls our hobby toys. Or you understood where I was going with the name of the channel?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like you have many different hobbies. You got fishing, you got your boat, you got your motorcycle, you got your drones.
Yeah.
So
Almost forgot about the fishing. In fact, I got a new toy. My wife for Father's Day got me. Was it Father's Day? It's hard to tell. Got me a surf casting pole. So I have a 10-foot
oh,
pole.
nice.
Yeah. Now I could touch you, Artie, because I have a 10-foot pole.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah. Uncle Bill's adult toys. Well, that's a different channel.
yeah. That would be a different.
Yeah.
That would be on his fans only channel.
And then the
Yeah.
uncle part, people think that's stupid too. I've heard that before. Yeah. I could be cousin Bill. It's probably less stupid, is it? No, I sound like I'm inbred.
Well,
It's cousin Bill. Cousin
Cousin
Bill on the
Billy.
phone.
Then you could really be inbred.
Cousin Bill's flying a drone right by that bedroom window.
Yep.
You thought I was going to say my wife is a toy? She's this.
Oh,
She's this one of the smallest of my toys. She's slightly bigger than the drones.
she's slightly bigger than me.
Yes,
So I probably outweigh her.
you probably weigh. I picked you up to get you on the boat. You weigh twice as much as she does.
So the big topic tonight is which drone has better range, the Mini 2 or the Mini 3. I've seen some people do some range tests in it, although they're not real scientific, but you would think that with the 3 not having adjustable antennas would have kind of issues with range. Hey, let's welcome the other Floridian downstate from Billy down in Fort Lauderdale. It's Matt of Maddie's Drone World. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, Maddie. I feel offended now.
I'm never offended by your tactics, Mr. Bill.
No, I'm not offended by you.
Like I said, they're all
Actually,
toys.
you're looking pretty tight though. You look good. You just get
Yeah.
that.
No,
Yeah.
I have to shave still. I'm usually
Oh,
bald.
okay. I like it like that. Actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I do.
it's easier to shave. Dude, the price of haircuts these days, ugh,
Oh, yeah.
just shave it myself.
I know. Well, you can get it waxed, and you don't have to worry about it for a while anyway.
That's a good point. I should try that.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
did that on my neck once because I was working on a cruise ship, and I was on it for 12 weeks, and and getting even as staff, the cost of a haircut on that cruise ship was ridiculous. So
Mhm.
I have this wavy hair that you could just keep combing it and get away with not cutting it for a while, and it just kind of, guinea hair. Anyway, but the neck would grow out like a werewolf. So I went into town in Honolulu, and some older Chinese woman ripped the shit out of the back of my neck, and I didn't have to get a haircut for the last 10 weeks or 8 weeks I was on the boat. So it worked good.
Dude, I can imagine waxing my head. That would hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I've seen some videos where some dudes got it waxed and they were almost bawling.
Thank you,
They
Laura.
thought, oh, there's going to be nothing. And then,
So, Bill, I have to thank you because this is like using a brand new computer all over again.
Everything's good, huh?
Everything worked out great. So, Bill helped me with my laptop. My mouse pad wasn't working. Come to
that's
find
right.
out,
We fixed that on the show
and
last week. Yep.
then I got new speakers. These are the old ones, but I got the new ones now, and I still have headphones in right now, but it sounds perfect. So
Cool.
Cool.
I always say,
all
if
better.
you could fix what you have, why buy? Why waste money on new stuff when as long as
Yep.
it does what you need
Yep.
it to do?
Right.
I couldn't
Cool.
believe it was just a function button. The whole time I thought it was broke.
That's happened to me though. That's the only reason I knew that. Not with speakers, with Wi-Fi. Accidentally turned it off, couldn't figure out why, and it was a function key.
Yeah, but like you said though, I mean, I don't understand how these things blew. Like you said, there's not really a lot of power going through them, right? So I don't know, man.
Were they working good when you first got it?
Yeah, this computer was new when I got it.
It was.
This,
It was new.
this is the one AZ Drone Dude sent me, David, a while back.
But it was new.
Cool.
It was brand new at the time. Huh.
Yep.
I don't know.
Nice.
Maybe were your children playing with that laptop when you weren't around?
I don't know.
That notebook?
weird.
Did somebody spill
I
something?
mean, even on full on volume, full high volume, it shouldn't do that.
It shouldn't.
Although I did mess with the sound audio, the audio manager a little bit, and added some different bass levels and stuff. So maybe that did it. I don't know.
Could be, and you were probably cranking some of your rock, some of you young people with your rock and roll and thrash and.
Yeah, I'm always going through YouTube.
Down with the sickness. Down with the sickness.
I'm always going through YouTube Studio, the music through YouTube Studio, and they're all loud.
Yeah, if they got a heavy bass line, they might take out those little ones.
Yeah, I'm
if
learning
you're
my
playing
lesson.
around with like that stuff like that, get yourself a Bluetooth speaker.
Yep, that's what I
Yeah.
got. I got one.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
lugging it around's a pain in the ass, so I just
I
decided.
am hip to the jive. 4 states. I'm a
hip
hipster.
to the jive.
Hey, Jeff. Good to see you.
I tell you what's the hardest at work on the speakers in the club is it's a different rap music that the guys play. Some of the bass, it's all bass line and and you gotta actually turn it because you're gonna blow something, so you gotta turn the bass down so that everything else sounds weak, is weak sauce because of that. Because you can't have the bartender running up to go play with the settings every time somebody puts a different song on. But, yeah, I think we actually lost a couple of really large. I don't know if you remember those really, really big speakers that were over by the pool tables.
Oh yeah, over at your place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not working.
Oops.
I think they got blown out.
Mm.
Yep. But it doesn't, and they weren't cranked all the way. But they're not that new either. I mean, they were expensive at once upon a time, but they're not that new. And eventually, you just start get separation, from the horn, and then they're done.
Hey Art, can you do me a favor? Can you give little Llama Laura a wrench? Because I'm gonna time her out if you
Oh,
don't.
yes, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah, that's funny.
We love Laura.
Righty.
That's funny.
Laura, you're now a Smurf.
Yay.
Welcome to the club.
I do it for everybody.
So, talking about range issues. Now, I saw the video that Ken Heron did where he put the drone on a big pole and had it set up in the back of the truck, and he had his friend just drive it down the highway.
Right.
And he noticed that with the Mini 3 that he was losing signal a lot sooner than he did with the Mini 2. The Mini 2 went
he didn't
way
lose
the heck.
the RC signal until he was pretty far. But I'll tell you,
Still had telemetry. His
Yeah,
telemetry was still working.
there was a point where it did lose the drone, but that's I think when they started going up over the overpass. But it was pretty choppy on the screen, and there was a point where it looked like he was about to lose the screen. The Mini 2 did better. I just
Yeah.
flat did better, which is strange considering the 3 has 4 antennas.
Well, unfortunately, a situation like that, when you're flying, the transmission range is like due to a lot of things working at one time. And when you have the drone stuck to a pole, the motors aren't running, you're not recording, you're not doing this and that. It's not working with the rest of the drone. So I don't think that's too scientific. I think the range is more if you're flying instead of like
I
just
understand
stuck.
what you're saying. And you only did it once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something could have happened. There could have been a truck driver nearby with a overpowered CB rig that was blowing them out. It doesn't matter whether it's 5.4 or 2.4 if you're putting 300 watts in the air nearby, because it'll bleed over into whatever you're running. So I mean, you need to do that a few times and give it a try.
Yeah, I guarantee you he will have a different result if he were actually flying it. If it were actually, if it was running.
You're talking about having the other interferences going, but I understand what he did, which made it all equal. You know, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, like with the Mini 3, it doesn't have a fan on it, so if you're flying and something might be getting hot in the drone, it's going to interfere a little bit with the power ratio and transmission and just all different kinds of parts of that system all work together. And if they're not being used and it's just strictly transmission sitting on a pole, you're going to get a different outcome. So I think if he was flying it normally, it would come out different. What's up, Paul?
Yeah. Also on the Mini 2, you have the antennas. You could adjust the antenna where the controller for the Mini 3, you can't adjust the antenna. It's all built into the controller.
It's still directional. He got better results when he pointed it directly at it. But the way he had to do it, it was practically
as you can tell in the Mini 3, the Mini 2, okay, and actually all of our Mavic series drones for that matter, the antennas are in the legs, and if you notice, the legs are facing down. Okay, well the Mini 3 doesn't have legs, so the antennas are sitting horizontally in the drone. I think that's what might be, if they're directional antennas, then that could just sort of. Yeah, but they're sitting flat. They're not sitting vertically like the other ones do.
Right.
So maybe that's I don't know.
Good point.
There's no front legs on that thing.
Didn't even think about that.
No, there's no landing legs at all. It's just bumpers underneath the drone, underneath on the
bottom.
It's
kind of like
actually the battery
FPV drone. Yeah.
Well, in any case, but it's got 4 of them. It should have. I don't know.
It should. I don't know, because you know what? You're seeing a way more people that are not having that issue than are. So there's only a select.
We didn't have an issue. It wasn't terrible. It just the Mini 2 just seemed a little better.
When people start bringing up range issues, like first of all, why are you 10,000 feet out?
Yeah,
I don't see a point. Now somebody needs to do a range test or a penetration test flying around buildings near where they're at, not flying out 5 miles. The whole point of that bigger transmission is to have better penetration around buildings and trees and shit.
Penetration.
Do it.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, the ever spelt Bob Dempsey, old fart in the drone. First time on this show. Welcome, Bob. Good to see you.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Shit, now I got to get my hat.
Oh, good. I just got out of the rehab center there, and we're all good. I'm enjoying. There's a transport here. I'm going through a tank of gas every 4 days here. Going in and out.
We started GoFundMe.
How is she feeling, Bob?
Much better. She, her belly is still sore. They just took out. They had like 10 staples down the center of her belly, and they took them out here 2 days ago, and it's still kind of sore. And she doesn't like the dog jumping on them, but the dog wants to jump up in her lap, and that's right where he goes, Yeah. So, but no, other than that, she's feeling good, and we're going for the next step here now, which is wonderful. The doctor said your next step in this recovery is get on that cruise ship and go to Italy. You know?
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Great.
You only live once.
Can he prescribe that?
Yeah.
Will
I wish. I wish.
Will Medicare cover that? What do you think, Bob?
I've never been on a cruise ship, so that would be a great
Me
prescription.
neither.
Oh my goodness.
I've
Oh,
never been on a cruise ship, and I live next door to a ton of them.
I know, Maddie. I drove right by your house with
Yeah.
multiple cruise ships parked. Literally less than a mile away. Right?
Yep, they're all sitting right there, just screaming my name, and I just,
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know who took a cruise this week?
Yeah,
Huh.
TJ just got off. Actually, he just called me. He called me earlier. I think he's
Oh,
home.
yeah?
I don't know if he's home or not. Is he?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, TJ went on a cruise with family
Oh.
to the Grand Caymans. Yep.
Nice.
Great. Hey, let's say hello to
No.
Scott Nadeau.
Hello, Scott.
Good to
It's
see
been
you.
the best type of vacation I think I've ever been on. I mean, I personally am, I'm sold here. I certainly enjoy being able to get on the ship, unpack once. We're going to 10 cities we've never been to, and
And
And then,
your hotel room comes with you.
the hotel rooms comes with
Right.
you, and typically when you do this, everything's done ahead of time. So there's no money. I don't have to have any money in my pocket. They give you a
Good.
little card. The last one we were on, they gave you a bracelet, and the bracelet like unlocked your room. It charged the drink, charged the whatever you needed. It was, no problem.
Oh.
What about the casino?
How'd you tip the staff?
Pardon?
How'd you tip the staff?
It's included in the package. There you can do a end of the cruise. You can say, okay, I want to tip the staff another $200 or something like that. You can do that at the end of the, all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have been on many where everything is included, including the tips.
I'm assuming they pull tips on those cruise ships, right?
Oh
Or do
yeah,
they split them.
I'm sure.
It depends on the cruise line. We didn't pull tips when I worked on the cruise ship.
No.
No.
Nope. I had a section. I was assigned the same people for the entire week of it was a 7-day cruise around the Hawaiian Islands. And I had the same people all week long. And then at the end, it was up to them to actually hand me an envelope with cash in it.
Oh, okay.
What did you do?
Every
Bill?
so often, people would just not show up for that last dinner. Bastards.
Uh-huh.
What did you do, Bill?
I was a server. I was a waiter. I mean,
Okay.
it was an American flag cruise ship, so that was
Yeah.
the last of its kind. By the way, they don't have
Not anymore.
Nope, that was
They're
US.
all
what is that? What is
Norway or
No, all cruise ships are owned by foreign companies.
What was it called when you worked?
The parent company was U.S. Lines, but I worked for American Hawaiian Cruises.
Okay.
And
So
we
back
did-
then they weren't run
We
by.
had 2 ships that did 7 days around the Hawaiian Islands, and I was on the Patriot, and
Yeah.
I was on it for 12 weeks. Matter of fact, that's the only time I've ever been on a cruise was working a cruise ship. But because it was an American company, I had to I had to get my merchant marine document.
yeah.
So I was a merchant marine, a wiper class, and you even have a post on the ship, for emergencies. You did drill at the beginning of the ship. You had to learn a little bit, But aside
Yeah.
from that, I would serve. We would do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but you wouldn't necessarily serve all 3. You had to serve all the dinners, but you didn't have to necessarily.
Yeah.
And when you weren't working, you were in Hawaii. It was pretty
True.
cool,
A hell of a job.
Because it was an American ship, we were able to dock and spend the night as much as we and in the see the foreign there's an old maritime American law where if a foreign flag ship spends the overnight in an American dock, they have to spend the next night in a foreign dock. So at the time, and I think what NCL did, because NCL does those cruises now around Hawaiian Islands, the Norwegian cruise lines. I think they actually flag those ships American, so that so that you can spend the night in one Hawaiian port, then another night, overnight in a Hawaiian port without having to go 600 miles to go to a foreign port. And
Yeah, that's right. Aki Rasho, that no passport
Yeah.
to do the Hawaiian runs.
It was great. Like I said, the first night, of course, we left to Honolulu by the clock tower, port 1011, and then we went to we actually spent overnight on the boat and go all the way up to the top to Kauai, and which was my favorite one. Well, that I like Hilo too. I like the Big Island too.
Oh, Hilo is, and the Hilo side of the Big Island. That I like that much better.
It's reasonably priced. It's a big city. It's got all the services you could possibly want. It's great.
Art, are you jealous too? Am I the only one sitting here going,
oh, I've been to Hawaii.
But you have to eat dinner before 8 o'clock because everything's locked up tight. By 8 o'clock, that's it.
I'll end up on one sooner or later.
Hey, Harley.
Matter of time.
Good to see you. Isn't that Greg?
Yes.
Is Harley?
Greg, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took my Mini 3 out. I've only had it out like 4 times, I think, now since I got it because of all these other things I have my time consumed with. But I actually went out this morning and flew around my neighborhood. And this is the first time I tried it with my RCN1 and with the Triple Tech tablet. And it was a booger to get them paired, but I had to try 3 or 4 times and turn things off and on a couple times. And but when I did get it working, boy, it was sweet. It was really sweet. I didn't try any real long distance here, but I mean, it was responding just fine to everything. I got no warnings whatsoever.
Cool.
But
great.
I don't know what this is. I took it out almost a mile without any problems, kind of thing. So, I mean, that's my furthest that I took it out so far. And that's with the, the RC Pro or whatever they're calling that. DJI RC. That was with that. I took it out about a mile and brought it back. No problem. No warnings. No nothing.
See, that's what I want to see more of is testing when it comes to that OcuSync 3 is flying around buildings and through structures and around tall trees and stuff like that. That's where that is going to come into play.
The R2S is OcuSync 3, I guess,
yep.
Right? And I've had that.
We know.
Well over 17,000 feet, so that's well over 3 miles.
And in people's backyards.
And about 15,000 back. It wasn't, and I didn't.
A little bit short.
I could have kept going. You know what I mean? It wasn't. It was if it wasn't for the batteries, the range was. I mean, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. So
that Mini 3, the battery on the Mini 3 is freaking impressive. The way they get out. I mean, some people getting it out 10,000 feet coming back, and they still got 60-70% battery left. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've been looking to buy another 249 battery or the 34-minute battery, and I can't find it anywhere. I mean, I have looked.
Taking their sweet time putting these items out for sale separately.
Yeah,
it seems.
Wait, which battery do you have?
The original.
I'm looking for the original, the 34-minute battery. I've got 2 of the 47s.
Oh, you bought the 47s?
Yeah, and those are killer and wonderful, and it's just fascinating how much time is on there. But I'm just looking, because we're going to Europe. I don't want to get nailed, so I want to have.
Well, you have one already, right?
I have one
with the drone. Okay, now you're just looking for. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a shame that they're. I don't know what's taking them. So I don't know, distribution issues or something. I don't know.
How long does it take to charge that smaller battery?
Hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Quick charging.
Yeah, it's got to. I had to buy a 30-watt, charger.
Yep.
I got an Anchor or something. It's got a USB and a C and an A on it.
That's not so bad. I mean, you fly, you're 25 minutes, and take an hour and a half break, and come back drunk, and then fly your second. I'm sorry, come back later, and then fly. It's not too bad, hour and a half.
8 hour bottle to throttle,
Yeah.
You would never fly impaired. I'm just joking.
No, not me. No, never.
Especially never in the parking
No
lot
substance
of a
at all.
bowling alley with a
Mhm.
group full of people standing around you. You wouldn't do such a thing.
No.
Okay, here we
Not
go.
at all.
I'm going to try citrus yuzu smash.
Ah,
That's a new one.
Yeah,
I've never seen that one.
I've been drinking too much liquor, drinking too much because I stream too much. I only drink when I stream.
so
I
stop
stream a
streaming.
lot. I've been drinking so much. So I said, oh, let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's get off the liquor. And then I didn't know what I was going to buy. I thought I'd maybe get some beer or maybe something weird, something new. And then that's all we had at this little liquor store was the White Claws. I was like, okay. And I didn't notice it was a surf collection or something of hard seltzers. And this says surf. So there's probably sand in it or something. And we got all these weird flavors. So I don't even know what that means. What's a yuzu? Citrus yuzu smash.
You were drinking those when we took the boat out, didn't you? Were you one of the ones drinking those when we were on the boat?
Oh, somebody might have handed me one, but I didn't bring any.
No, we bought them.
You had
We
some
bought
at
them in the
the
gas
bowling
station.
alley. Yeah.
Oh, I've had White Claw before. I just haven't had these flavors.
We bought them at the gas
see-
station. I think it was like
you see what they're doing?
$26 for a 12
The
pack or
original
something like
White
that.
Claw is a very, very, very light flavor. Like it's
Sorry there, guys.
more seltzer than flavor, and this is almost like a soda. To be honest.
Yeah, that's the only thing that draws me off of those White Claws is the seltzer flavor. It's overpowering.
Oh, this
Right.
has more flavor than the original White Claw. So I got it's a blend. You
got the ones with multiple flavors.
All your stream goes for about 7 or 8 hours, so I'm prepared here.
Yeah.
I thought I would try one of each of the 4 different flavors that came in the 12 pack. And this one is called Wild Berry Acai Smash.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
And we got Tropical
the-
Pomelo Smash.
The White Claw version of the show here.
That one I
There we
like.
go.
That's
And
new. I've never
Watermelon
seen.
Light, which I don't even like.
ArtCo Drone Solutions brought to you by White Claw.
So anyway, I'll let you guys know how I like them. This is actually pretty tasty, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, the Mite's hard lemonades are pretty good too.
Yeah, they are.
I used to love drinking those.
It's summertime. It's hot out.
I love
It's
them.
like 80 something degrees and about 300% humidity here in Florida.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is. It's very muggy. Very
It's
muggy.
muggy
Real
as
humid, huh?
hell.
This year's been that way. It's not always. People, I think, exaggerate. How humid Florida, even though Florida is, and I looked it up, it is one of the more humid states. But it's not humid all the time. We have very strong sun here. It does dry up here quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we have our days where it's just brutal.
When it's hot, it's hot.
Today's
Yeah.
one.
It's sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sticky. We're hot. I mean, it's so hot that you don't want to be outside here. I mean, it's I think today we're at 104, 105, something like that.
But
but I mean,
is it dry heat?
it's normal.
Yeah.
So
It's still hot.
The sun.
It is dry. You don't immediately start sweating as soon as you hit the outside.
It did
But,
rain today down here. It rained.
Phoenix, Arizona is 115 degrees, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, it's dry in my oven too.
Yeah.
Really cold.
Yeah, but it's a little more tolerable. We're at 106 right now. 106, and hang on, I can tell you the humidity.
I'm only at 84 down here.
106.7 KACY.
We're at 8%
Rockies.
humidity.
8%. Well, if you if you
8%.
cook a roast to 120, that's considered rare, medium rare. Just so you know.
Yeah. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
Yep. 106. Yep.
Yeah.
See, right now you're about blood rare. You're probably delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. I don't leave my dog out there that long.
Oh, yeah.
No, we have to be careful. I only get to walk him out on the streets at like 6 in the morning. That's otherwise you have to go out before you go and put your hand on the pavement. And I mean, if you burn your hand, the dog's gonna burn.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
You know,
but and that does happen, unfortunately.
yeah, he'd be a hot dog,
Hi, Tom.
literally.
Yes.
Hey, Tom.
Lens capture online.
Hey, Tom.
Mr.
One of these
Retired.
days, Tom and I are going to get together here since we're both living in the same city now.
Yeah.
He moved here and he's
Tamagene.
finding all my favorite spots too.
Tamagene.
We need to work on the Las Vegas meetup.
I'd love to go. I've never been to Las Vegas.
Neither have I.
Oh, I've been there a couple of times.
Oh,
On my way to LA.
How should you lose?
Yep.
I got to tell you, you would enjoy it.
Me and Bobo had all kinds of Las Vegas conversations when we were together at the Florida meetup.
Yep. Yeah. We, we're a regular city with, suburbs and churches and all the rest of the shit that everybody else has got. It's not, we ignore that one street pretty much, but when you want to go there, it's all there, and instantaneously and, but all good.
Sin City.
Yeah, my wife wanted to see a show before she went in the hospital there. So we saw Katy Perry. She does a phenomenal show. So
You got to check out Terry Fader.
Oh yeah.
Terry's got some talent, boy.
The puppet guy. Oh, he's so good. Yeah.
Now I got to work with Jeff Dunham.
I love Jeff Dunham. I absolutely love him.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's funny.
as comedians, we kind of look down on ventriloquism, because it's like, they're just
Not you.
playing with dolls.
I'll tell you what.
And
Like with
You have to
him,
look up to them.
with Jeff Dunham, like he's funny when you watch his shows, but when you see him in person, it's a totally different show because he actually interacts with the crowd and stuff. And on the TV, he doesn't do that. But on a real show, he screws with people in the front rows, and it's absolutely hilarious.
Yep.
And he cusses too.
Where did you see him, Matty?
I saw him at the Hard Rock Live down here at the casino, Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Years ago.
Yeah, I'd love to see that guy, and he's a big time conservative, Art. So you should.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
You ever watch his Biden skits with
I've seen some of them. Yep. funny.
Oh, he's a good dude. Yeah, he's great. He's awesome, bro.
And how funny is it that old man dummy looks just like our president?
Walter. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Arthur? No. What's his name? The
Walter.
Walter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. I kill you.
Silence.
I kill you.
Jose
Good.
Jalapeno honesty.
So Bob, I got a deal for you. My wife, when I retire, she wants, and we're already talking about going out and visiting Ron Lockwood because she likes to watch a lot of these reality shows out in Wyoming, and it's beautiful out there.
Beautiful place.
She hasn't been out west. I have, but she's never been out that way. So I'm going to have to swing through Las Vegas, I think, and maybe Colorado.
Okay.
And make my way up to Ron, up and swing up, and then I'm going to avoid California if possible.
You want to drive this?
Well, I'm thinking
Avoid California.
Get myself a camper. Get myself a
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And that'll be a retirement. That's a retirement goal. Is to get
One of those
It's a
driving
great
ones?
drive. I got to tell you. I mean, I would do it more like in April or October or something.
Yeah.
But it's a great drive.
All right. Well, we'll be stopping in, so be prepared.
Not a problem. I think I got Crazy Bill Thomas coming about the 16th or 17th, and we're gonna try to leave here about the 19th. We're leaving for Rome. So, but he's coming like the 16th or 17th or something like that. So he wants to go out to Red Rock State Park here, which is, just almost looks like what's behind Art right there, but it is a beautiful park it's a state park, and there's only 2 little areas in the park that they say you cannot fly drones. Other than that, you can fly drones through the whole place.
Wow.
Hey, let's welcome all the way from Wyoming. It's Ron Lockwood. Welcome. Hey, long time no see, Ron. Good to have you.
Hi, Ron.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Doing great.
Laura, that's on my bucket list, too, is to hit the UK. Absolutely.
That'd be nice.
I want to go to Ireland, too, where my father's side is from.
Yeah, where in Ireland,
Yeah, Waterford County.
Oh, okay. I have a great grandmother from Waterford.
I've got my grandmother's address book somewhere in my closet there. With all the Ronanes and where and addresses and like that. And some of them have lived there for like 100 years, whatever. You know what I mean? I know some of them are still good, so I would like to look them up someday.
Oh,
not just Ireland though. I'd like to see England and Scotland.
Yeah, I got to go to where my great grandfather was born. It's called Ragathon. It's about 70 miles southwest of Dublin.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah,
I got
the night there.
My great grandfather was on the Tipperary Gaelic football team. I got a picture of that. Yeah, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you what Tipperary is, but he was on that team.
Ron, you got any of the deer out there playing around in the front yard, or is that just morning time?
That's generally just morning, but I think they're pissed off at me because I haven't been home for 11 days.
Throw them off, Art. Throw 'em off. Ron,
are you feeding them, Ron?
Oh God, yeah, I'm hand feeding them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
it's cool watching him feed them in the morning with corn. It's cool as hell to watch.
Corn-fed deer.
Yeah, you could see what happens after he feeds them. Look at his wall.
Yeah. Pop.
That makes it easy.
Come here, little buddy.
He ate the other half of those,
Yeah, I got family up there. Still, I have family up there in Wyoming. I got to tell you, it's one of the most beautiful.
You're up near Cody, right? Wasn't that right, Maddie?
Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole, yeah, that's still pretty close to Cody. Yeah, it's just south of Cody.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always been a UNLV stop there, getting up to Laramie,
Mm-hmm.
We've had quite a back and forth, our basketball teams, Yeah. Are you a basketball fan, Ron?
Not so much basketball.
Yeah.
How you been, Bob? I haven't seen you since Florida. Yeah, I put you in my video from Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're in my video.
Oh good. Oh, I gotta check it out. Yeah.
Well, not to sound creepy, but the two of you are on my desktop. Actually, the three of you, Art, Ron, and Bob, you're my desktop picture on my. The restaurant after the boat trip. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Bob wasn't queasy anymore.
I did get queasy, that's for sure.
Yes. I was right there, Bob. I saw you leave.
We were all right there.
Well, I mean, you didn't leave. I think you got the
Grant,
and you got the port side. You got the stern. Did you eject anywhere else?
No, I think that was it. I think that's where I stayed. Yeah, just port and stern. Starboard. I think I missed. It was right outside the door, from the inside, right outside the door. That was a path for a little bit there.
Well, next
but
time
it cleared up. I mean, I had a lot of fun.
I tell you, Bob, honestly, I mean, for someone who was clearly not feeling good, you're about the best sport out of any person I've ever met because you just
I'm
kept
telling you.
smiling, and nobody, if nobody caught you doing that, they would have never known.
Took it like a champ.
Oh no, yeah. I wasn't trying to hide it. I was unfortunately I had no control of that,
You're
and
a happy guy, and nobody could tell that you didn't feel good. I mean, I would
Ah.
give you a lot of credit.
thank you. Yeah.
And we had a good time. I had a good time.
I did.
Oh yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I spent the day with you guys, and Art.
Yeah. I had a good day with you. The rest of you, Ron, you weren't there, but we went to Port St. Lucie, something park there.
Yep.
Yeah, we went
Afterwards.
the next day.
Maddie
Yeah.
and Art and you. That was
Yeah.
That's where I caught the big turtle.
Yep, that was on our way home. That was before we went home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we went. What was what day was that we went to that beach?
That was Sunday.
That was Sunday. Yep.
Oh, Monday was the fishing trip. That's right.
Yeah.
Monday we were fishing, and Tuesday, you guys, you were probably gone at that point, right? But Matt and Bob were still in town.
Yeah.
So it's already. So we went to a. There's actually, I actually have a video from there, but there's actually a wildlife reserve there, a preserve.
Yeah.
And a boat launch, and it's a nice little place to go. Nice place
Is
to
that
go.
River Port
River
St. Lucie? Huh?
River? It's got the river walk on it. What's the name of it? I live here and I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
That's where I launched my boat. Yeah, it's the place down the street. It's like
That's actually Port St. Lucie River, though, right? Or is that the name of that river?
That's what I thought the name of the river was.
That's the North Fork of the Port St.
North
Lucie
Port.
River.
Okay. Port St.
Yep. Well, there's a couple of good boat launches there. That's not where,
Yeah.
like Ray and I, when we went fishing, we didn't do it from there. There's another one, which is Canal 3C or something, and we went from there because that's actually got floating docks, which is easier with my little boat here. That one there, I like it, but the docks aren't floating, so you got to climb up and down and get into, depending on how high the tide is at the time.
Yeah.
But that's nice there, though. We had the picnic area and
It was a nice
Someday
little,
when I-
nice place.
yeah, I thought so.
I saw the FPV drones there.
My connection wasn't good with the internet. I was a little surprised. I don't know what the problem there was. But
Huh.
anyway, but that was fun. Yeah, and Artie caught a turtle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big ass turtle.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
ass turtle. It was big.
I thought it was a snapper at first, and then when I looked at the photos, it was a soft shell turtle. But
Yeah.
boy, it was massive.
Yes, he was.
Huh.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
I'm taking care of a
let's-
turtle right now. I'm taking care of a desert tortoise. My neighbor has he's about she, actually, it's a she. She's about 17, 18 inches long,
Mm.
and
Wow.
looks like a prehistoric monster. It really does,
Oh, I saw a picture of that. I saw.
Yeah.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm just.
Yeah, quite a, he's happy as can be in the backyard here in Las Vegas.
Tammy Jean.
Yeah.
Jerry Bauer, good to see you. And 107 Drones, good to see you. And who else did I see there? Let's see. Chris Wedgeworth, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, good to see you. And those are all the new people. We've got a good crowd tonight. Before I get into the drawing, I wanted to announce a new feature added to my channel. It's called a Super Thanks. And what it is, it looks like a heart with an S in the middle. And if you like my video, you can make a donation. You can give me a few bucks. And nice thing about it is I get to keep more of the money rather than where the usual YouTube, they take their 40%. So,
You know what they take down
Which is-
40%?
yeah.
YouTube, yeah, they're. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of people are living off Patreon and PayPal and stuff because YouTube's a rip.
Hey, let's welcome the other Las Vegas guy. Let's welcome Tom. Tom, aka Lens Capture. But before we get into that, it is time for candy giveaway. So put in the chat hashtag mini turtles. Mini turtles. Mini turtles.
Mini turtles.
Rivergate Park, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah. River Geek. That's where we were.
Rivergate.
Rivergate Park. Okay.
Yep, we'll have to do that again. That was
Yes. I enjoyed that day. That was good.
Yeah, you weren't seasick at all.
No, I didn't get seasick there at all. I was on terra firma, you know.
Got that long boardwalk though to fish off of and fly.
You know. I don't know if Tom, if you heard the earlier conversation there, I didn't do well on the fishing trip. You know, I did catch some fish, but I didn't completely have a good time. I chummed the water for a lot of people.
Yes.
Did a great job, Bob. You did a great job for us.
Very
much
very
appreciated.
considerate. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Dude, this camera
You're muted, Tom.
wide as hell.
I said you never got your sea legs, Bob.
No. No.
That's all one word, Bill, in Dynasty. So, mini turtles.
I'm gonna put it in
Chocolate.
there.
Not mini girdles, mini turtles.
I see Fruit Loops. I see all kinds of other just mini.
All right, let's
frees.
get ready for the drawing. Let's go
Yes.
share the screen. And we'll go
Oh.
over there, and then we'll go there, and then we'll go there. Let's start. Okay, everybody sees that? Okay, good. Let's start collecting comments. And we've got 17 entries. So,
Hashtag Bill.
hashtag Bill.
Hashtag Bill. Chin Dynasty. Okay, he's
Bill,
doing it, but he's doing it without the damn
Mini
hashtag.
Turtles.
Let me put it in there
Simple
again. So
instructions.
look,
Yes.
look.
He's
See the
close. You're
hashtag?
close.
Oh, there we go, Maddie.
Come on, baby.
There
Show
we
by
go.
example. Cut and paste. Cut and paste.
There you go. Get it, Bill. We got faith in you, buddy. Get it, get it.
Me.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and draw, shall we?
He didn't get it.
You can just send it to me. If I win, I'll send it to Bill. How about that?
Sounds good.
Oh, now he put
There
it
you go. There you go.
Jerry Bauer.
Jerry Bauer,
Yay, Jerry.
congratulations.
All right,
You
Jerry.
have won a box of mini turtles.
The mini turtles are traveling to Canada. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he just put it up. Mini turtle. Good job, Bill.
Attaboy. Hey, you tried, Bill.
Attaboy.
Woohoo.
I didn't want to win. I can't eat that, you know. Oh,
And
God.
also, you can also leave a super chat on this channel or a super
sticker.
if you would like.
Okay, here goes.
If you don't want to
And
splurge, you
I
can.
can bet $20 right now. Bill does one.
Watermelon lime smash. Here we go. Try
Watermelon
number
lime smash.
do, do,
two. It's
do.
like watermelon.
I gotta turn this camera off. It makes me look like an Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa.
Hey, I'm trying my GoPro for the first time as a webcam, and I don't like
Oh.
It looks
too
good.
wide. It's too wide. Y'all don't need to see all this crap.
It's okay. Pretty good.
Has anybody tried a Pocket 2 as a webcam?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
You know, I'm thinking that got to be possible. And
Yeah, I think it is. If it's
You know-
got an HDMI output on it.
I don't
Like
know. It
GoPros
doesn't,
then.
but
I use just the Type C,
Oh,
USB-A to Type C for mine.
huh,
For the GoPro, super simple.
I don't.
all right. I am going to make
Be
myself
interesting to hear from anybody
big.
that's tried that.
Not
You're
me.
gonna make yourself
So,
big.
hold on, folks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Art wants to be big.
So,
So, if you would like to, there's my email address. And also, if you don't want to do a super chat, you could PayPal me at that address right there.
Work it, Art. Work it. My man.
Yep.
Do it. Do it.
Hey, I ain't
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
I am on the quest for a iFlight ProTech 35 Cinewhoop.
Ah.
I'm gonna put that crap on my channel.
Yeah.
iFlight Cinewhoop Fund.
There we go. We're back.
Do it. You put enough into this
Good
community, Art.
deal.
You deserved it. You deserve it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Tom, you're not addicted to going down to the strip and dumping a few hundred every night?
Well, a little known fact to those who don't reside in the local area: the resort casinos pay out much better, and they treat us much better as locals.
Yes.
We go to things like the M or Green Valley. We go see our movies at the Regal at Green Valley.
Yeah.
You go bowling at South Point Casino.
Yeah.
You go to the rodeo, which, as a New Yorker, going to the rodeo, that was I felt a lot safer there than on the subway. So there's so much to do here. There's
At South Point,
we go to the strip to pick up friends that come to town to visit.
Yeah.
Who they're staying on the strip. I have no problem with that. Okay, you love resort fees, go for it. But we take them off the strip. We'll go to Red Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. So Red Rock, by the way, just a simple correction, is a part of the national park system. But you can fly your drones there, which is phenomenal. Okay.
There's two areas.
Just the wilderness areas you can't fly.
Two areas there that they've outlawed, that they've blocked, but that's it.
Yeah, there's two wilderness areas, right?
Yeah.
Right. But we've got plenty of Class G airspace around us. I'm in Henderson, so I have Henderson Executive Airport by me, but I get my my Lance approvals within 15, 20 seconds. So
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't know, Bob, right, is that Las Vegas is high desert. We're 2,700 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm in Henderson, so we're another 300.
Yeah,
feet
so am
above
I
that.
actually. I'm in Silverado Ranch. Do you know where that
okay.
is?
So you're up higher also. So what's nice
Yeah.
is you look down at Vegas at night; it's gorgeous. But when you look north, you see the Spring Mountain Range, which is phenomenal. Okay,
Yeah.
and at our back door is Lake Mead. Now, of course, you can't fly in Lake Mead.
No.
But there's plenty of places outside of Lake Mead where you can fly.
Immediately outside of it.
Immediately outside. Same thing up in Valley of Fire.
Yeah.
That's a state park you can't fly in. No drone signs everywhere. Right. But the landscape doesn't just automatically change when you cross the border.
No.
So there's plenty of spots outside of there.
Have you been to Lovell Canyon yet?
Not yet. Not yet. And of
Okay.
course, every time Bob speaks, I write shit down.
I've turned on all my spots, but Lovell Canyon, you get on the 150, 169, whatever, the road to Pahrump. Blue Diamond Road, actually, okay?
Blue Diamond. We go
you
to
take
Pahrump
Blue
also.
Diamond Road like you were headed towards Pahrump. And you get about 15 miles out of town and keep your eyes peeled for Lovell Canyon turnoff, because it's a really almost unmarked turnoff. But I mean, you can take this road. It's paved for about 15 miles, and then there's about another 10 miles unpaved, and you're coming on the backside of Mount Charleston.
So that's okay. So basically, when I'm coming off of Blue Diamond, I'm actually hanging a right and coming back to the Spring Mountains, the other side.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just, what's great also is the fact that I do have a very off-road capable vehicle.
Good.
Okay, I got a Tacoma off-road pickup truck,
Yeah.
and I also tow an RV. So we often go up, Bob, to Pahrump, and we put the RV up there, and then we work our way north into Death Valley. We did a 27-mile off-road trek.
Yeah, I've done
that
it.
we went from the highest place in Death Valley to the lowest place in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes,
right?
It's right there.
232 feet below sea level. Same.
Yeah.
In the same national park. So the wife was stressing because she would look off out her passenger door, and all she saw was down. Right? It was 27 mile. Took us about 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
But we came out into a canyon, right, Bob, where it's about 20 feet wide. Okay?
Yeah.
But the canyon walls are 2,000 feet high on each side of you. So
and it's ice cold in there.
Oh yeah, spectacular.
Yes.
Well, that's the wild thing. Right now, I'm looking at the computer. It says 102, 12% humidity right now. But if we took a 30-minute drive up to Mount Charleston, you'd need a sweater.
Yeah.
Okay. It'd be in the low 70s, and at 15% humidity, you definitely need a sweater.
That interconnect road from Mount Charleston from Kyle Canyon to Lee Canyon, that road right there is a variety of wonderful spots to take off from, and you're out of any jurisdiction right there. That's a beautiful spot to go from.
So look forward to more content on my YouTube channel. Okay? Thanks to Bob. Okay.
Let me ask you, how close can you get to Area 51?
You can drive right up to it. But
you can drive right up to it. But let me tell you what's significant, Bill. Nothing at all. Nothing at all is significant. I can go 20 miles from here, shoot it, send it to you, and tell you it's Area 51, and you'd be hard pressed to distinguish that with Google Earth, okay? Because it all looks the freaking same out there.
I would still like to have it.
Yeah. What is fun is going up there, and you go through Indian Springs, and you get to Creech Air Force Base, and that's where the Air Force is training and flying their drones from.
MQ-9 Reapers.
Yep. And I mean, they are everywhere when you're on that highway. I've pulled over on that highway and just watched these Reapers coming in and out all day long.
So it's funny you mentioned that. We were up in the Pahrump area. And one thing you don't have a problem with out here is taking alternate routes just for the fun of it, because driving out here is just spectacular. The vista is just amazing. But we were doing just that. Instead of heading back on Blue Diamond, back down to the Vegas area, we went up to hit 95, and that's where Creech Air Force Base is.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife said, "Oh, look at the plane up there." And then she looked and said, "Wow, there's several more." And I looked up, and they were the MQ-9 Reapers. We actually counted over 20 of them in the air.
Yeah.
And a little known fact is, you'll notice one thing if you pull over, and don't pull over too long with a long lens, by the way.
Somebody will come get you.
Yeah. But there's these containers, like tractor trailer containers with AC units on them all lined up. And those are actually the flight crews, and the intelligence officers.
Controllers.
And the little known fact is, actually, when we were engaged in Afghanistan, they were actually flying missions from Creech.
Yes.
So if we talk about latency with our drones, especially UFTV pilots, we don't know what zero latency really is. Of course, we're not in the military. Okay. But imagine how they handle those aircraft from one side of the earth to the other via satellite, right?
Yeah.
I mean, freaking awesome.
No,
that charges me up, man.
I know people here who were flying soirees in Afghanistan and coming home to their kids every night, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Living in one of our planned communities out here, Bob.
Yep. Yep.
What's
Hey
up,
guys,
Frank?
you want to pop out, let Art come back in. Tom, Dre, good seeing you. Bob, Maddie, Bill.
Just
Take
see
care,
you.
Ron.
Hey,
Take care, Ron.
You guys have a great
yeah,
weekend.
Ron, man.
You too, bud.
See you, bro.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good. Hi, Dre.
How we
Hi,
doing?
Dre.
How's
Good.
everybody doing?
Hey, Dre.
Hey, sorry I'm late. My mom and dad just left, so I always give time for them.
Absolutely.
Family time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Tom, have you been to the nuclear proving ground
No,
where they did
no
all the
desire.
tests?
No
No.
desire. I spent 40 years in New York City. I think that was enough exposure.
That's enough risk. You know, there's areas where they've done so much underground nuclear tests,
Yeah,
but they,
yeah.
you know, in the 50s, they were doing above ground tests, and they were, you know, creating parties at casinos, you know, with showgirls dressed as mushroom clouds.
Yeah, and you know, shuttle buses out to viewing areas.
Yeah.
Where do you think they got the idea when they put up the Allegiant Stadium for Raiders games? All the casinos run shuttles. I mean, it makes more sense, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
But there's a
I would
viewing
like
spot.
to go to the Sedan crater.
Well, you know what? There's a viewing spot from Mount Charleston to look over that whole valley area.
Wow.
And part of that, what you'll see, right, Bob, is you will see that those nuclear proving grounds in that. You'll see area. You know, it's amazing what you can see from that vantage point, because that vantage point, I think, is 8,900 feet above sea level.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great place to fly from, also. By the way, it's amazing up there. It's just amazing the biodiversity we have here in southern Nevada, from high desert to, you know, wetlands areas to ponderosa pine up on the mountain, and we have snow on Mount Charleston from usually September through, you know, April.
Through July, you know.
Yeah, sometimes even there's snow.
I've been up there in July with snow.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah,
and I like it because it doesn't turn gray or yellow. Like that's what I'm.
Take care, Jeff.
Frank Zappa had a line about that, you know.
Yellow snow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bob, we need to have a Vegas fly-in or a Vegas meetup, or you know, and you know, we could probably corner Dre into doing some coordination work. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, Captain Ray has been on my case. He said, Bob, you should do this. And you know, my wife is a kind of a travel agent and meeting coordinator. She's put on meetings of hundreds of people at a time here. With you know, she's organized many events like that, and it's what she does. And I, you know, I think I'm looking for a time, and you know, Kelly Shores is like not doing spin up, but he said I want to do something more in the spring, and I was thinking that would be a good time. But I mean, that's when the Florida one is.
Phenomenal.
And you know, and doing the Las Vegas one in like October would be more ideal, you know, weather-wise. So I don't know. I'm
October, November, March, April, or like
I was gonna say March or
fantastic
October would be the ideal time of year.
Yeah, but you know what? March, you're banging up against the South Florida. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And
I don't
remember,
think...
Ray's looking. Bob, you know this. Ray's looking for nothing but an excuse to come out to Vegas. Okay, so you know, and we don't have
We all are
fish out here because they evaporate. Okay, so he's looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay?
Good night, Laura.
Bob, you just got. It's one of those situations where you just gotta pick a date and roll with it, man.
Yeah.
That's it. I wouldn't be worried
you know,
about
we'd like to
anybody
get a
else.
hotel like you guys did in Florida, Maddie. You know, get a hotel. You know, get some place where we can fly at near the hotel, you know, or at the hotel like that, you know. And I've been kind of out looking, and, you know, pretty much we're in the tourista venue, corridor here, you were too close to the airport. I mean, it's not and so finding something that's outside of the, airport B or C space, and that has a decent place for everybody, even out
transportation's the big
issue,
really.
Yeah.
Okay, because as far as venues, I mean, we could go up north to Summerlin area. We could do Rampart. And they have a beautiful, beautiful facilities up there.
Lone Mountain is right there, boy. I'll tell you.
Red Rock would be a short excursion, right? We could definitely do you can even rent the pink vans or whatever for something like that. But there we could get away with, because we while there's North Executive Airport up there, it's still pretty easy to get a blanket land for a lot of areas. We come down to the M again. Transportation is the issue getting there, right?
Well, you're right next to Henderson International.
Executive, but we have Gene Dry Lake Bed. You got Good Springs. You got But there's so much. There really is a lot that we could hit out here. And you know what? The whole crew that would be coming out here, to be honest with you, you're going to want to spend some time on the Strip, because you're not from Vegas.
Right.
Okay?
So,
you
want to, see
so
a
there's
show.
A lot of deals. There's a lot of deals.
Drop a few $100 on the blackjack table. I mean.
Yeah.
But the payouts at the local casinos are so much better. Okay.
Yeah.
I would go no matter where you did it, because somebody like me that's never been to Vegas, I'm going just because it's Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to get a taste of Vegas. You don't
care
just
where it's at. I mean, even flying a mountain or anything.
I'm going there because of Bob.
Hey, Bob, you know what? Bob, you got any hooks? Why can't we see if we can get a hook to the Allegiant and get a crew to fly inside there? We'd never have a problem with airspace inside of there.
This is the Raiders Stadium he's talking about. The new
right off the Strip.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It is
amazing.
Yeah, I've been there 3 or 4 times now.
They take the grass out for sun.
Yeah, yeah.
It's natural turf.
Yes, and it rolls. The whole field rolls in and rolls out.
Out into the parking lot every day.
Just like the
vitamin D.
stadium in Arizona, the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a place. Quite a place. I got a
Maddie.
gig flying for a client that's like a block away from Allegiant. So I'm working on getting that zero airspace approval.
Well, again, there's certain times a year you should be able to get it.
Yeah.
Certain times.
Yeah, they want it as soon as possible, but it's so I'm working on it.
You have to look at the event schedule.
Yeah.
For the Allegiant. Yeah. Hey, Maddie, one thing I was going to say is you want to talk about the Vegas experience. Right not far from my house is something called the Big Dig. Okay. So it's an adult adventure. Basically what it is they spend 45 minutes teaching you how to operate a backhoe or an excavator. And then you get to spend the next hour and a half playing bulldozer soccer
I've seen that
with like a 12-foot ball, okay? Or stacking tires as high as you can with an excavator, so.
I've seen that online. I've seen it before.
It's right over. It's in my backyard over here.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be fun.
And then right next to there, right, Bob, is like a Le Mans course.
The speed course, yes.
Speed Las Vegas.
Down the old Las Vegas Highway, it's called.
Las Vegas Boulevard.
It used to be the 2-lane road that went from Las Vegas to Los Angeles.
To LA before Interstate 15. And now it's still an advantageous way to go at certain hours, right, Bob?
Oh, yeah. I enjoy it.
Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
But Gene Dry Lake Bed, which is right by us, it's amazing. It's a dry lake bed, and I can't wait to get the Mini 3 Pro out there and do some tracking on some of the sand rails and all. And then, of course,
if you dig around on my channels, you'll find a video of the dry lake bed out there.
Yeah, I have one up on my channel also where I was chasing them down. And in fact, a couple of the BMX bikers came over to the truck,
Yeah.
you know, figured out where I was flying from, and they were
Wanted
really nice.
video.
And they came up and they were like, hey, you know, we fly a lot over by Amagosa dunes, and
Yeah.
you know, to go up there and shoot. So
Cool.
there's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, that was where I tested out the Triple Tech tablet when I first got it.
Oh,
You know,
good
I
place-
said,
good
listen, I'm
place,
going to
man.
go out here, and if I can see this, then I'm keeping it, you know.
Yeah.
And I did.
I
Good night,
love
Johnny.
that lake bed, except I wind up with half of that dry lake bed in the truck bed, you know, by the time I get home, right?
Oh,
I
they're
mean,
tearing it up out there.
Yeah.
Off-road bikes, dirt bikes, buggies.
ATVs, yeah.
I mean, they are just tearing, and there's dirt flying everywhere.
Well, you are your own dirt devil. I mean, but what was funny was I said to the wife after I did some flying, I said, hey, we're going to drive across the desert floor. And so she said, where are we headed? I said, to this mountain range over there. And then about a half an hour later, she said, hey, when are we finally going to get there? And we still had a ways to go. I mean, it's huge. You can't get over how expansive it is out
It's
here.
a
Right?
prehistoric lake that's now a dry bed, and
That's
it's
cool.
solid sand.
Sounds like
Yeah.
the same crap we do out in the Everglades, except with mud, not sand.
Yeah.
Well, this is so dry, Maddie, okay, that your skin cracks just looking at it, okay? and amazing, just a little bit of precipitation, and you're going to see a water hole in the middle of this thing that's enormous, okay? And that's when they really get going out there, because something they love out here is mud when they can find it. That's for sure.
That'd be fun for an FPV guy to chase stuff like that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I said that's what I was doing with the DJI FPV.
Yep.
I was chasing a couple of BMX bikers and a couple of ATVs, and it was a blast. You got to make sure you don't cross into that just a pillow of sand coming off and just
Right.
Oh, that would
take
suck.
you right out of the sky, man.
Yep.
Total blind you.
Yep,
Yep.
good times.
A lot of fun.
I'll
much
mess
We don't
you
want
up.
to turn your show into the Vegas show here, Art.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Who's
Fun
flying
and
the Mini 3 Pro these days? Who else has gotten their hands on
I
it?
have not gotten my hands on it yet. Not yet.
I
will, though.
I have.
It's a little beast, right, Bob?
It is. I mean, well, I've only had it, since my wife's been in this turmoil here. I've only had a few days. I think I've flown it 4, maybe 5 times at the most. I don't know.
Yeah,
And
with it.
I tried this morning. I don't know if you were on earlier. I said I tried this morning with the Triple Tech tablet on a RCN1,
Yeah.
and it took me a long time back and forth. It wanted to update the RCN1. I had to go. It took me probably half hour to get them paired.
Yeah,
I had hit,
back and forth pairing them is a pain in the butt.
pairing it back and
Yeah, it
forth.
is.
And so I haven't tried go back to the other controller yet, but I mean, I wanted to see what it looked like on the Triple Tech and how it handled, and using that. And boy, it was solid. Once it was connected, it was solid as a rock. I mean,
that's great out in that in that area with the brightness on that monitor. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was solid as a rock. I mean, I have a zero about a block and a half from me. There's a zero area. I'm hitting, the Henderson Airport area there, and it warned me. I got a warning when I got close, kind of thing. But I've had my Mini 1 when I flew into the zero area, just our return to home, period. And no questions, no, I was able to cancel it, but I mean, it didn't do that. It just gave me a warning that you're entering a zone.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
a lot of haters for DJI up here, huh? For that, I mentioned the DJI FPV. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah,
is Max on here?
Let me give you one real little fact here is That DJI FPV, you know what it was responsible for? Exposing
Yeah.
a large client set for FPV drones. Okay.
Yeah.
Quite a few friends I know who have bought
Hey,
the
Jody.
DJI FPV now have a stable of like 6 or 7. Build it yourself. So, hey, whatever gets you into it, right? Tammy, I love mine too. I mean, look, I love throwing the goggles on, sitting on the tailgate of the truck with my motion controller, okay, and listening to some Top Gun music in the background. What can I tell you? Okay,
I
But,
recommend it to people, and I don't even own it.
I tell you,
think
the
it's a
motion
great
controller is a
drone.
blast as far as I'm concerned.
You have one?
You know,
You had one, Maddie?
No, I haven't had the DJI FPV drone. I
Oh.
have freestyle drones that have DJI cameras in them. I just don't have that specific drone.
it's also a
Mhm.
drone. Look, you can turn around, fly. If you get into heartache, you can hit the
Yep.
pause button, right?
Yep.
Or you can hit the return to home.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
of
got
course-
great features on it.
Yeah, if you're crafty enough, you can build all that stuff into your own drone. But the reality is, how can you beat it? It's out of the box. Okay.
Hashtag stickers, everybody.
Yay.
It's time to give away some
And
stickers.
remember, hashtag. You got to use the hashtag.
Hashtag
Bill.
stickers.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
I'm here, Art.
I'm
I'm just
looking
eating,
here.
and I don't want to eat on camera.
But the
Yeah.
Mini 3 Pro, what I have the extended batteries. It's a lot of time flying, but with those extended batteries, really have opened up the hyperlapse world a little
Bill.
wider, right? Because
Oh, that's
You
without a
knucklehead.
doubt.
now you
Longer
now
time,
you
yeah.
can stay up in the air much longer. Okay, you can get a really clean 20-second hyperlapse without like sweating.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna hit that battery just before those final shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got about 40 minutes on that extended battery. I was surprised.
Yeah,
And
I
it
got
wasn't
38 minutes in a complete hover,
yeah.
which is expected because it's working harder there. But
Yeah.
when I was doing the hyperlapse and moving, I had plenty of time left on the meter when I got done with that.
Right, guys, let's go ahead and start taking comments. 12 people. Come on, folks.
Thanks, Chris.
Let's get that up to 13.
Hey, I'm
How
in.
about 14? Let's
I'm
see.
in.
Can we get 14? How about 15? How about 16? Let's get her up there, guys.
Anybody that puts it in there will get a little bite of macaroni and cheese through the camera. I love macaroni and cheese.
Hey, Art, if you want to throw in a old fart sticker, I'll send somebody an old fart sticker. No problem.
You know what? I think I have an extra old fart
I've got a few
sticker
of them.
right here that I can throw in.
Good.
All right, let's go ahead and draw for some stickers.
Yay!
No.
There
Oh,
Charles
yay.
Gluski.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Charles.
Charles is a solid, active member of Old Farts. Yep.
It's rigged.
Yep. Yay.
Congratulations. Also, I'll make myself big right here, and we'll go to here, and here's my email address if you want to send me your address, and I'll ship those stickers out to you.
Look at that
Also,
handsome man.
if you would like to make a small donation, you can PayPal me right at that link right there. Or you could do a super sticker or super chat in the channel here. So let's get back.
Are you checking
And
your PayPal? Are you checking, Art, live?
Art, have you even been checking your PayPal? Yeah, right?
I checked it a little while ago. Alrighty, let me go check it real quick.
In other words, Bill sent you a PayPal.
All right.
Or if Bill's gonna be very embarrassed.
Right? Wrong Bill.
Yeah.
Oops. Bill does it every
Yeah.
show. He does it every week. He throws a freaking super chat in there when he's on the live stream.
I'm not gonna do the super. I'm not gonna do both. I'm not. I'm not diamond.
Well,
diamond
PayPal's
Bill.
better anyways because YouTube will snatch whatever from you. At least with PayPal, you
Yeah.
get the whole thing.
Alrighty, I'm checking, and
That big dig he was talking about before.
So
that
Tom,
big
are
dig
you in Nevada? Or are you back in New York right now?
with the big
No,
hole?
I'm back. I'm here in 102 degree southern Nevada.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And
What's
that-
your cross streets, Tom? Where are you near?
I'm in I'm in Anthem.
Anthem?
Yeah.
The
I'm
country
up in-
club?
I'm up in Solera.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, good.
So
Good.
great
Yeah.
spot over here.
Yeah.
Crypto Man, that is
You know where
the-
Silverado High School is?
Vaguely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a block and a half away from Silverado High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Silverado.
Yep.
Very close.
Yeah. Yeah. Right up the street. We're at Blaze Pizza over there on Horizon Ridge and Eastern.
Yeah. I just went by there a couple of hours ago. Yep.
Yep.
We're making our rounds.
Yeah. Very cool.
No,
Very cool. Neighbors.
we're digging the heck out of retired life.
Yep.
I'm so jealous.
Sorry to gloat, Nat, but
Yes.
I'd be lucky if I even make it to that age, buddy.
I feel like a teenager with an allowance and no adult supervision.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting for James from My PI Dream. He's probably eating waffles at this moment. Hopefully he's watching. I did send him a link, so hopefully he'll join us in a bit.
Art, I'm actually going to jump off here and finish eating my dinner, and I will watch you guys in the chat. So you don't have
Alrighty.
to
All right,
watch my
Maddie.
picture pulsate.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yes,
to do
sir.
the same. I apologize.
Tell all the kids
Art,
I
for
said
being
hello.
late.
I will do there. Bob. Will do.
Thanks.
Dre,
Yeah,
Tom, Bill.
Yeah.
Good
I
to see you
apologize,
guys.
Art, for running late.
Maddie.
But I need to get
Matt?
ready for Adrian's show here. So
I'll be in the chat.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
pop
yeah,
off, and I'll
Adrian's
keep
show,
tabs in the
that's right.
chat.
Take care,
Okay.
Maddie.
Well, good. Oh.
Alrighty. Oh, hey, Tom, thank you very much. And there is a delayed cha-ching coming in about 10 or 15 seconds. You'll hear a cha-ching.
Why don't I have on my pop-out chat, I don't have a super chat money icon there.
When you pop it out, you lose that. You have to.
You do?
You actually have to go back to
Ah.
the channel.
I see.
Yeah.
Or you
Okay.
could do it from your. Can you do it from your phone? I don't know if you could do it from your phone.
Don't know.
Sure you can.
Don't know.
Do it all the time. But you like you said, you'd have to go back to the regular channel.
Thank you
and-
very much, Tom.
Yeah.
And it keeps the power going too.
Did
It
Dre
does.
Say, did Dre say
It's
good
all
night?
good.
Did you just kick him out? What happened to Dre?
I don't know what.
Good.
Tom. I didn't kick him out.
I think maybe I irritated him with asking for recognition.
All right.
Such a wiener.
Oh, thank you, Bob.
No
and there's
problem.
your
My pleasure.
cha-ching.
Yeah. You buy another pizza.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good deal.
I should be getting pretty close to getting my free pizza from Papa John. Those
Oh.
rewards going.
Yeah. I got a Pizza Hut one. Right now they owe me one. So
There you go.
yeah. But do you guys have Blaze Pizza in your neighborhoods?
What kind?
It's called Blaze.
Let's make
BLACE.
that's you decide what you want on it, and they prepare it in front of you.
I had last 2 nights ago, I took my vegetarian brother-in-law there. And when I told him, when he got the clear, and he says, you can put as much as you want of whatever you want on this pizza. And for less than $10, I mean, he had this thing stacked at least 3.5 inches tall with every vegetable they had there. And I mean, it was no longer a pizza.
No, it's a stromboli at that point.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get double extra sausage and salami and
I got
roasted
Jersey
garlic.
right next door to there.
Yeah, you don't want to be around me after I ate that,
See, I'm a pizza snob. It's the New York water. Okay, so I actually go to Joe's New York Pizza on Easton. Okay. He actually brings his water in to make his dough.
Yeah.
So, we go there. We probably go there once a week, Bob.
Yeah.
We get slices. Okay. Two New Yorkers. We get a couple of slices each.
So let me tell you what a lot of people in Las Vegas, who I've been here 48 years, our go-to New York is Broadway Pizza on Rancho, right off of Charleston. Okay, Broadway is, and if you're looking for good Italian food made, Parmesan and fettuccine Alfredo and all that, they make excellent food there. But it's a hole in the wall.
So I have to trade him a restaurant referral here. So
yes,
Bella Vita. Okay.
Yes,
Bella Vita
on Blue Diamond Road. Yeah,
one on Blue Diamond Road. There's also one in the district in M, right down the block from Shake Shack.
Okay.
Again, great pesto tortellini there.
I haven't had a good calzone in a long time. I used to love a good calzone.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Bill? We went to a place and Bob down in Boulder City called Cornish Pasties. So you mentioned calzones, and what pasties are, it's a British pie, basically, right? So this place has unbelievable selection. My wife got the meatball with mozzarella, marinara wrapped in this, and that's exactly what she said. It was like one of the best calzones she ever had. But the dough is a slightly different consistency than pizza dough. A good calzone. That's one of the things I did when I went back to New York. I went to my local pizza shop. I went and also got my sausage, egg, and cheese on a buttered roll, in the morning. That's the classic staple in New York. That's definitely something as you're commuting in the car, you're inhaling on the way to work. No, plenty. That's the other thing, Bob, out here is there's no wanting for different places to eat out here. That's for sure.
No. My corner here, there's everything is here. I mean, the Eastern and Serene.
Yeah,
there's
everything is over
50 restaurants I can walk to.
Yeah, the problem is the waistline will show.
Transplanted New York Italians down here in Florida either, by the way.
No shortage of New Yorkers in Florida. I mean,
quite a few decent Italian places to eat down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I like a ricotta, just a plain ricotta and mozzarella. Calzone.
Mozzarella cheese and a calzone.
Sometimes I like some ham. I'll do a ham calzone. I like that. But now I'm hungry as hell. I haven't eaten all day. My third one, but no, a good calzone, a good stromboli. And I tell you, I go Americanized because I actually like a steak and cheese stromboli. Like a Philly steak stromboli kind of.
Mm-hmm. So, straight out of Philly, on Warm Springs Road. Okay, we just went this afternoon. My wife and I, we shared a a Philly cheesesteak with ranch fries. That was the beginning of our trek today. Okay, we usually start with a meal and then we work our way around all the chores. Okay.
How long have you been here?
We spent some time out here last year. Okay, during the pandemic, and then we came out here officially. I mean, picked up stakes in New York. We got out here on November 30th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you've made quite a few places in a short amount of time here.
And we RV'd across the country. So that's what we did.
Cool.
12 days, 2,700 miles. So, kept it to about 350 miles a day in travel. And then stayed in a place for a day or two and then, pick up stakes. So we took our time.
That would cost you double now in gas.
Well, since that time, Bob, we've been out in the RV 5 times in the last, almost 9 months. So it's been good. I mean, the problem is when I'm towing that with my pickup truck, I'm good for 10 miles to a gallon. So, okay. But the bigger problem is, we went down to Palm Springs and we came back a little early because there was a wind warning. But Mother Nature beat me on that one. It was like driving a giant sailboat across the desert. Okay. So a white knuckle experience to say the least. But having the RV is great because we can just go off grid someplace. And there's nothing better than off grid and drones. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of nomads out there and BLM land, they can stay for 14 days. They have to move.
Got to move 30 miles.
Yep. And then another 14 days,
Otherwise, we look like LA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
only downside of owning an RV is sometimes you get this look like you're homeless. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
We got the same problem here in Denver.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, and also the other thing is there's a lot of RVs, and look, times are hard. There's no doubt about it with inflation and everything else. But a lot of people getting stuck in places, and the problem is they're getting stuck in day use places, and people don't feel comfortable using those places because these people are starting to encamp there. And then what happens is the feds come in and they close down that BLM land. That happened up north in Reno. Quite a few BLM lands, Bureau of Land Management properties, the public lands were closed down.
Yeah, some nomads from here. I know they're up in Flagstaff, now, kind of thing.
Yeah, with the elevation, nice and cool there. Yeah, it's one of the spots we came through. That was our final spot before coming into Nevada.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking. I got to get my planning done because we're looking to go out in a week or two. And spend 3-4 days out there. Sometimes we'll do we'll go up to Pahrump and we'll do an RV resort. It costs me like $40 a day, but we got complete hookups. We got pools, jacuzzis. So there's a winery there. Really nice. And other times we'll just go off grid for 3-4 days. We have solar up on the roof, and we can go off grid.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we might do up by Mount Charleston, Bob. Is take it up there. We'll be about 9,000 feet up in that one of those campgrounds.
Yeah.
But that's completely off grid. There's no hookups or anything there. So.
Yeah, they're rebuilding the lodge up there. It burnt down.
Yeah, burnt
to the ground here.
Yeah.
But we go there often.
We could pull off some meetup out here.
Oh yeah, I think we can.
Give your wife some business there. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
absolutely. How's she doing? She's home, right? She's in
a rehab. She's in a rehab place that's she calls the Ritz-Carlton of rehab, and it is the fanciest.
Where is
5-star? It's called Advanced Healthcare of Paradise.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know.
And it's on Desert Inn and Pecos over there.
Yeah.
And it's a big leather recliner chair in the room, 60-inch TV in the room, Tempur-Pedic hospital bed.
Right.
They have a chef on call. So, you order what you want, and you can, if you don't like what's here, you just tell them what you want and they make it. And
Very nice.
it is.
Very nice.
And she found this place and it's completely covered by Medicare.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm like, you're kidding,
Well,
I mean,
we
yeah,
found the healthcare out here to be fantastic. I mean, it's 4 years ago, this past April, I had a massive heart attack out here while we were out here caring for my mother-in-law who had pancreatic cancer. And I was asymptomatic. I was just dropped off a relative at McCarran Airport, and we were coming home, and I all of a sudden felt like I was drowning. So the Henderson fire medics took me over to St. Rose, Dominica.
Yep.
And I had a quadruple bypass 10 days later. So very fortunate. And
nice.
It turned out the cardiologist who came into my room that day and took charge came into the room, and they had my name written up on the whiteboard. And he said, "Oh, Dowling." He goes, "Is that a common Irish name?" And I go, "Well, only if you're in Ireland." And he said, "Because I went to medical school under a Professor Dennis Dowling. He was a hard ass, and boy, it really made my career." And I said, "Well, that's a good thing, because this is my older brother." So, you talk about divine intervention.
Wow.
So
one of your brother's students took care of you.
Yeah. And the guy had left medical school like 22 years prior, went into the Air Force, was a flight surgeon, and then went into private practice, and I was one of his patients. So it's all good. All good in the I'm here, dude. Better living through chemistry. That's what I got.
Yes, it is.
Well, they had me on the list. They did 4 of them. So
yeah.
And he gave me a 40-year warranty on
I don't want to. We can show our scars here. I had 3.
They crazy glue. They
mine are on my legs.
They crazy glued me. Okay?
Yeah, me too.
And
did you get a third tit?
No. They didn't give me one of those though. He did talk about giving me
right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I got a third tit right there.
That's your
yeah. When they put you back together, sometimes your muscles don't reattach here. And you wind up with this hernia here. That's what that is.
But I went back on the job for another 3 years after that. I luckily with my job, I had unlimited sick, and I was off the job for 8.5 months. Went through rehab. Went through a great cardiac rehab back in New York, and then went back on the job because I wanted to make sure I got out of there on my own too. Okay, standing up. One thing on my job is you don't want to go out with your name up on a plaque. Okay,
no.
It never works out well.
In memory of,
except for the pension board. Those are the only people it works out well for, is the pension board. Okay, but
well, I've had 10 operations on each leg.
How much titanium you got in you?
No titanium. It's all reconstructive, where they did bone, and they just did
bone to bone, no pinning.
Well, they like my knees. They took a section out of my knees and bend it up so that I could straighten my legs out to where I could walk. And they did some tendon release on my ankles, so I got rid of the club feet, and I did a lot of traction. Where you sit in bed for about 3 months with the rope on your leg and sandbag on the other end, and
Yep. That's complete heartache. I know. I broke my back a couple of times on the job, and going through a floor on one occasion. But and then the medieval practitioners come out and hooked me up to various devices and basically hung me in midair for a while, right? Cake. There's cake on the screen.
What are you doing? I Art, what are you doing here?
That's Bill. That's all Bill.
This is
There you
Bella-
go.
There were
There's
cannolis in that.
Stromboli
there were
or
cannolis in
calzone? What is that?
showcase, weren't there?
This is Bella Roma. It's
Hey,
two
listen.
friends of. I'm friends with these folks.
Okay.
They're
Ah.
from
Bob,
they're
where
from New
do-
York, and they've been in this area. They've been doing this for this bakery and
You
pizzeria.
can tell. You can tell by the way those cannolis, the way they're made, and all. You know, those are New Yorkers.
Oh, these
You
are
gotta just
these
attach
are
them
true-
just
these are
right.
True New York Italians,
Yeah.
and it's.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you guys ever come down in Port St. Lucie again, you have to hit this place up. It's,
Oh, good. I
Mm.
plan on it. I want to.
Garlic knots.
Yeah.
Those are garlic knots in that tin
Yeah,
foil there?
knots,
looks
yeah.
Oh.
Got to have
That's
knots.
too good. Oh, see that?
Yeah.
I'm starting to get hungry. It's just about the
Yeah.
right time here.
Yeah, me too.
Fine
Yeah.
Broadway pizza, Tom.
Okay, now answer me this, Bob.
Yeah.
Good Italian cookies. Okay, don't give me this Freddy's crap. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Okay, good Italian cookies. And by the
Mm.
way, what Freddy's was charging was ridiculous, especially after we got done tasting them. But
Freed's
good-
you're talking about, right?
Freed's, yes,
Freed's,
Freed's.
yeah.
Sorry, Freed's.
Freed's Bakery,
Freddy's,
yeah.
the hamburger spot, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Freed's.
Yeah.
I need a good.
I
spot
don't
for Italian
know.
cookies, man.
Yeah, no, I've been diabetic for 20 years. I don't pay attention to cookies. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Completely understood, man.
Yeah. So, but the sugar-free cookies, it's my big treat, So,
Cool.
but yeah, you'll like Broadway. The best knots in town, that's for
The
sure.
garlic knots.
Yeah, you'll like that.
Garlic knots stay with you all night long.
Oh yeah, over and over.
So have you checked out White Castle hamburgers yet down by?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I grew up in Chicago, so White
Oh, okay.
Castle's.
So White Castles, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that, and of course the In and Out. People from outside of the California area don't. A lot of them know or don't know about In and Out, but
But you have to order it animal style.
yeah. You need to understand the
Understand the
lingo
secret
of how
menu.
to order.
Right.
I get a 3x2 protein. That's my
Oh yeah.
well done fries and yeah.
The not so secret menu up
Yes.
online. Okay, before you go to In and Out, because my wife had In and Out, and I was trying to tell her, no, you have an animal style. She goes, no, I just want it that way. And she's like, so what's the big deal? It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Because animal style, what they do is they fry it on one side and then they wipe the other side with mustard before they flip it
Yeah.
and continue cooking it. So
Yeah.
it's a
It
different
gives
taste.
it a ftotal different flavor.
Totally
It's-
different taste. Totally different.
But
taste.
there's some of the original In and Outs that were like an A-frame building that you drove through. You drove through the building. There was no place to sit. There was nothing. There was strictly a drive-through. They make hamburgers and French fries and shakes, and that's it. There's no chicken sandwiches. There's no nothing
Right.
else.
Well, White Castles, the vague memories of growing up as a kid, I was growing up in the 60s, was my father would take us to White Castles every Thursday, and, like clockwork.
Sliders.
My mother
Maybe you
wouldn't
have
go.
done sliders.
But she would, he would have to bring her home a sack of burgers, okay? That was the lingo, a sack.
Yeah.
But we would go there, and as I got a little older, I started to understand why Dad never had a problem taking us three boys there, creating havoc in the car, was because they had car hops with shorts on quad roller
On
skates.
roller skates.
And they brought the burgers to the window, and the little tray hung on the glass of the window.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I remember
and
those.
that's why Dad never had a problem. Never had a problem taking us there on Thursdays. Okay, we got
Yeah, they
a
were
show
cheap
and
and
everything.
they were,
Oh, back
yeah.
then they were 10 cents a burger. Geez,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
$2
could-
you could feed the kids.
You could feed
You
a
know?
good Catholic family and keep it under $1. Okay. Yeah, White Castle.
Amazing. Yeah.
Which was another spot I had to hit when I was back in New York.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm going to bail here. I got
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
6 o'clock. I got to get my other things moving here at the moment.
Hey,
Thank you,
good
Art.
to have you, Bob.
I really appreciated it. Tom, we're getting to talk more and more these days.
Hey,
One of these
Bob,
days.
you got to DM me or something. We got to figure something out, even if it's just an impromptu. What are you doing this afternoon? And just
meet down the street for coffee or something. We'll figure it out.
We'll definitely
Okay.
do something. Definitely.
Good deal.
Definitely. Good to see you, Bob.
Uncle Bill, thank you for your hospitality when I was in Florida.
No,
man,
you're a pleasure, Bob. It was really.
You made everybody feel comfy there. I really did.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are easy. A big bunch of nice guys all getting along and having a good time, and it couldn't have been any more comfortable.
Yeah.
Like we've known each other all our lives, which was the first
it
time.
It felt like it. It was strange. It really felt like it. I mean, so many people that I had, been watching on YouTube for 3 years, and then, I started this old fart thing, and now all of a sudden I'm like sitting down with people that I used to watch, nonstop, so it was really an interesting situation, and I felt extremely welcome.
No.
Yeah.
That's one thing about this community is it really is. It's like, you meet people and it's an instant connect.
Yeah, definitely. Live long and prosper. Love you guys.
Take care, Bob.
I'm checking
Good to
out.
see you.
Okay.
Take care, Bob.
Tom, great having you.
Hey, thank you for the invite, Bill.
You're
Always
welcome.
A pleasure, bro. I got the clock here is ticking 6, a little after 6. I have a wife I have to be concerned about getting hangry. Okay. So she's the most pleasant person on the earth, but if the feedings don't come with great regularity, I have a problem. So, simple things.
Understand.
That's a first world problem, so I don't mind it. Okay, gents. Take care, man. Stay safe.
All righty. Hey, we got a guy all the way from Thailand. Let's welcome Robbie Gray. Welcome.
Hey, Robbie.
We can't hear you.
You've never sounded better. Robbie, you're muted, buddy.
There we go.
There you go.
See, that's the point. I need to be muted. I just kept seeing people drop off the video, and I thought y'all needed someone to fill in some airtime.
Okay. All right. Fill my airtime, baby.
How are things in the U.S.?
It's cool. Looks like it's about to start raining here, so which is good.
Yeah, here
it's been hot all week, and then low 80s or upper 80s, low 90s, just hot.
Yeah,
it is allegedly 81 with rain 81. And mugginess and roof caving in at the bowling alley. Not roof caving in, but
really,
we had a leak. And it caved in some, tiles.
But it's 81. It's 81 here. But keep in mind, it's 8 in the morning.
Yeah, 9 o'clock at night.
Well, James couldn't make it. He's got to feed the wife. They're having breakfast, and then he's got some other things to do. So he's in the chat. He's watching right now.
Hi, James.
Yep.
I feel like waffles now.
Feel like waffles.
I feel like waffles. I talk about waffles all the time. Although, you know what? All this talk reminded me of that place, the Bella, the place I just showed you guys, the Bella Napoli. And I'm friends with those guys. They used to come and bowl with the Elks Club, even though they're not Elks. And God, the food is just phenomenal there. And I haven't been there in months. So you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to hit them up, get some pastries, incredible pastries. And they're actually New York Italians. I mean, you can barely understand them when they talk. So it's real stuff. It's good stuff. like that good Thai food, lemongrass and whatever the hell else they try to feed you.
Yeah, it sounds so sweet, doesn't it? It's hot as hell.
Yeah.
That's my only complaint. I mean, it's hot, man. It's like, and it's funny because especially with guys, it's like a competition. I eat hot wings at BW3s, and I eat the blazing. Guys, let me tell you, my wife weighs like 100 pounds. She's about 5 foot tall. She can out eat anybody that I know with hot food. You know, I mean, we'll be sitting there eating, and I have like 4 bottles of water because I know I'm going to need them. She doesn't even flinch because she's used to the spice, but it gets old. I mean, you think you like hot food? Try eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, like literally in the morning. Like
once you get
it's
used
too
to it, I
much.
mean, that's what's funny. When I was in the Philippines and they eat hot food there too, but she doesn't like hot food at all. I'm the one that puts strong hot sauce on pretty much.
Yeah, but I like breakfast. I like breads, cheeses, pastries. For lunch, I can handle a little hot. For night, I can handle it. But just to have it 3 times a day, it's just like every time you eat something, it's hot. But I've changed my diet. I went to every year, the government gives all the employees one day to go get a examination of everything, and they pay for it. So it was my wife's turn to go with her group, and she said, "Do you want to go with us?" And I was like, well, "Why would I want to go with y'all?" And she's like, "I just thought you'd like to see the hospital." So I rode with her, and then when I got there, I saw a document that was laying on a table. It was like a health checkup, and I said, "What is that?" And she goes, "That's like a health checkup." And I was like, "Well, what is it?" And she goes, "Well, it's a flat rate plan. You just pay, and they give you these tests." So they gave me like 35 or 36 tests, and I got like every test they offered: blood test, Hep C test, liver test. I mean, it was like chest X-ray.
Did they check Did they check your colon?
Yeah, they didn't check that, but they have a way of doing it without having to check. But I mean, they did lower ultrasound, upper chest ultrasound, and you know how much it cost after all of that, all of those tests. What would you think for everything? Blood.
$100.
Well, based on what you're
what-
saying, $19. But in here,
Yeah.
700.
Yeah, it was 150, but and they gave me the X-rays, upper and lower. They did an ultrasound, and to beat all that, so we went in and ate at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I finished at about 12. They walked me from one room. As soon as they would give me an X-ray, the girl would be right there. "Come, let's go to this room." She'd take me over here. They did the ultrasound. They charged like $142 for everything. And then I told her, I was like, "Damn, now I got to wait a week to get the results." She goes, "No, we got to be back in an hour." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Oh, they're going to tell us now." I was like, "Hey, this is pretty cool." So we went back, and I used to have really high triglycerides when I was younger, and I was taking Lipitor for it. And then Abbott, that makes the drug, said, "Hey, please, everybody stop taking it. It's killing y'all's livers. It's too strong. Only take half doses." I was like, "Oh, crap." So over a period of years, I went to a different doctor, and they switched me, but I'd have like electricity running up the back of my neck. And that's what started it with triglycerides. Everything else with my health was fine. And then when I got the results, I said, "You're going to want to hear this, so you understand." I said, "Because they're going to tell me they're high." And I got in there, and she goes, "Yeah, we found a couple of things that you should be aware of." And she said, "Your triglycerides are high, but you don't need medication." And she said, "Because your triglycerides are high, it causes a fatty liver. So it makes your liver fatty." And they told me everything. But at the very end, and I've never gotten this from a company, they gave me a book. And in the book, it's got every result of everything. So I can switch doctors or do what I want to do. And in the U.S., it's kind of like, hell, I called my doctors years ago, and I said, "Hey, I want to get some information from my record. Can you send me so-and-so?" And they're like, "Yeah, if you come in and make an appointment." And I'm like, "But I'm not asking for that. I'm asking." So they were like hijacking my record. So they gave me a book, and they said, "Well," they said, "you've got like a couple cysts that are not growing, but they're like flat that are in your liver." And she said, "It's not an issue." And then they said, "You got a little gallstone, and it's not an issue. You don't have to," but just the little things that they gave me. But the peace of mind to know everything else is okay. and then they do a check where they check your blood pressure on your hands and your legs at the same time.
Oh.
And then when they do that, they take the measurement from your hand heartbeat and your leg heartbeat. And I think they divide it or do something. And basically, it's supposed to tell you if you have blockage in your arteries in your legs, because they're both connected to so everything came out good, and I was really happy with the result. But the hospitals, man, they're like A1 here. And I know people say, oh, Thailand's a third world country. A lot of it, they just don't have the money in certain areas. But let me tell you, the other areas, dude, you couldn't ask to get nicer stuff. The buildings, I mean, and I'm sure like in the Philippines, because y'all both been, there are certain areas that are real provincey, and the other areas are like, if you want to pay, they're top notch. And in the area that we went, dude, it was just, the service is just so good. I never got it in the U.S. Anywhere I went, I never got this kind of service.
I'm buying into that third world country shit. You got wealthy people there, you got poor people there. I'm sure you got great services there, just like anywhere else in the world.
Well, the medicines here, it's like, if me and you take the same medicine, say we take a heart medicine bill, and it's the same manufacturer, and I'm paying a 20th less than you are, doesn't that kind of tell you that the hyperinflation, and that's just the pill part, the other stuff that's over here?
You said something a minute ago about how, my doctor pulls, I was going to call it doctor because you don't get to see the doctor, you see the MA, but I come in for a checkup, and it's for tests and this and that, and then I'll tell her about something else. Well, you're not here for that today. I'll make an appointment for that. Like, well, I'm here now.
Exactly.
I'm here now, and I actually go to an office that does a lot of their tests right now. So it's like, not all of them, but they do quite a few right there in house. And just I'll make an appointment. So yeah, forget about it. It's okay. I'm not that worried about it, But
you're right. They do that here. They don't charge for the visits. And my wife said, "What do you mean they charge for a visit to the U.S.?" I was like, "Yeah, you got to pay to get into the office." And she goes, "Why? If you're paying for their services?" That's like, it's just the American way. That's how they do it.
Well,
I mean, wow.
Expensive to live here.
Yeah, exactly.
And getting worse. Well, a lot of it has to do with lawsuits and medical insurance. I still remember my wife's obstetrician when she was having the baby, when Billy. Billy's was born in '88, and her what do you call insurance? Malpractice insurance back then was over $70,000 a year, 30 some odd years ago. Can't even imagine what it is now. It's probably $200,000-$300,000 a year. So I mean, that's what you're paying for. All these lawsuits where people are all thrilled that they won all this money from these doctors and this and that, and people that would probably have minimum wage employees to begin with, and are getting $1 million settlements. You're paying for it. I'm paying for it. We're all paying for it.
Yeah, we don't have that over here. It's kind of like the old days when you had a disagreement, you duke it out. Today, you duke it out of the U.S. And you got 2 court dates, 2 bills for that. You're going to get in trouble. A bill. I mean, they make a business, seriously. And I mean, I know that they need to find a way to make money to run the country. But when you're like taking advantage of the people that are in the country to make money to grow it, there ought to be different ways to be able to do that. And they just don't do that over here. It's real relaxed, laid back. It's just a whole different ball of wax over here. But I'll be glad to come home because I do like to go shopping there. And most of the stuff here does come from China. They don't make a lot of the stuff here, so I have to wait 2 or 3 weeks sometimes for it. So I'll be glad to not have to deal with that.
How are you feeling? I'm glad you're healthy, Robbie.
Yeah.
Oh, loved your videos from your trip, Robbie.
I don't have that many. I don't have that many ready. I'm not ready to really show anything yet. We are going on vacation in July. So we'll be gone for like 5 days, and we're going to go to some really good places where I can get some good video. Normally when I go, like when I film here, there's so much water everywhere I'm at because the water comes in from the sea to make the salt water. So it's like I never get to fly a lot here in mountain areas. It's all like flat area. And so when we went last week to close on the house, we were driving down the road and I looked over to the right and there was a huge Buddha. It was like 300 foot tall, just huge. And I told my wife, God, I want to fly around that. And she goes, well, I'll just pull over here on the side of the road. So she pulled over and I flew over the interstate to get to it. And it was probably maybe a mile to get to it. And then I had to fly around it. But the problem is, I was probably at a close to 100-foot elevation lower where I took off from than where I needed to be. Here it's 300 foot maximum. So it wouldn't let me get up high enough to go over it. But I was able to go around it. And then I took some other video. But where we used to live before we lived here, it had a lot of mountains, a lot of Buddha, you know, a lot of big stuff that you could go around, animals and stuff. We just don't have as much of it here. Here it's all about the birds because, you know, all the fish and the other stuff that they do here. So in some of my videos, I'm probably going to mix in some Action 2 video stuff in with the drone videos because there's just not a lot. It's almost like perpetual, the same thing, and it gets boring. So when we went on vacation, I was just so excited because I was like, man, I get to fly around stuff. And I went to fly over a river and these marlins were everywhere. And I didn't understand. I mean, honestly, within like 20 or 30 seconds, there was like 300 of them surrounding me. And I asked my wife, I was like, why are there so many birds? And she said, well, the building next door, it looked like a big white hotel that wasn't open. And all the windows and everything had like cement with little holes in it. The birds fly in that hotel, in those rooms, and it's all cement. It's not anything inside. And they lay the nest for the bird's nest soup. So here I'm flying around, which is the worst thing I could have done because, you know, they could have hit the drone because keep in mind, they're going to avoid the drone all they can. But my drone stops like this. They don't stop like that when they're, you know, coming 80 miles an hour checking out my drone. So I got the drone down and, you know, kind of got away from it. But I'm going to, where we're going.
You did all this talking about water. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah. He's got to go water himself. So, yeah, so when we go on vacation, we're going to go to some areas that have got like hotels, almost like cabinas that are out in the ocean that'll go through. So I have some good scenery to be able to do that. Jim Droning, I'll send you information. Your page is already all done. I want to make a comment, Art, because a couple of the guys in the chat that we built pages for, if you have a YouTube channel and your YouTube channel might be named, example, I'm going to use Jim as a comment here. Jim's Droning might be your channel, like Travel Tech 360 is my channel. Art Solutions is your channel. I mean, we know what our channel names are, but when you go into your YouTube studio, go over to details and then hit, I think it's basic info, and look down and it'll show the channel name that you have on your channel when people click on it. And a lot of times it doesn't show Jim Droning. It'll show like Jim Droning /18464 whatever. And the thing is when y'all are putting links out there like that, people need to be able to type your name directly in there. So just go check because you don't realize it, but there are a few of you in the chat that are set up to where when you go in and look at that, below it, it'll say custom URL. Put the name of your YouTube channel in there and hit save. Then your YouTube channel will be right. Because when I check a couple of you guys, they're not in there. And when I made the comment, hey, this is a situation, like, oh no, we got our YouTube name. It's not true. Go look in your YouTube studio. It's affecting your subs on people finding you that are not in the chat. So you need 100. You need 100 to get your custom name, and most people know that. But I mean, who was it? I think it was Flying Fun Media. I think it was John. When I was doing John's page, John's like, Robbie, I had no idea. So keep in mind, get your 100 subs, and if you don't have 100 subs, text me or text Art or text Johnny Drone Flyer. And between us and all of our live streams, we'll get you where you need to be on that 100 because that's important. The second thing is when people hit your YouTube channel, I'm not here to give a speech, but I just wanted to say this because I have people text me and it like takes so much time to talk to everybody. When it comes in and you open your channel up and it shows your channel. A lot of people have their videos only in the video link. Make sure it's in your home page right there. And along with that, if you guys are sending videos out for people to watch and you're sending one video out, when that video's over, they're going over to another channel because there's no more videos. So make a master playlist, only one, and drop in every video or live stream you have in that master. Then when you want to send out a link to a video or a live stream, open up your master playlist and copy that link and send it out. That way, when someone watches that video and that video's over, guess what? It's going to be the next video in your playlist. That's how you get your YouTube hours up. So make sure that you do that, because if you do, you will notice so much. Because I used to just leave in the videos and I wasn't getting any hits at all. And when I put them in my home where people could see them, because what a lot of people will do is they'll come in and see your homepage and see you don't have any videos, and they won't sub to you. They just won't sub because they're like, he doesn't make any videos. So put them in your home. You know, they're going to be in your videos automatically, and then make a master playlist and put them in that master playlist. And when you guys are putting them out, like I get one from Dean all the time. And when I get his, I mean, he's got a list. So always have a master playlist, and don't send links from your video or your homepage. Open up your master playlist, pick the video you want, and then send the link out in Facebook or YouTube or however you're doing it, your community tab, so people continue watching. Because a lot of times I'll just leave mine on and listen to who's there afterwards. So that's my piece. But I wanted to say it because I've had several people, and if you've got a question, you can find all kind of links. Just type in, YouTube custom channel ID. And it's like a 2-minute video. It's very basic, and everybody needs to be able to do that. They really should do that. That's my piece. Bill, how are you?
Okay.
I want to make sure you stay awake, because on one of your last live streams, afterwards when I got off and you were asleep, you remember you were sleeping, someone made the comment and said, God, look at Robbie. He's talking so much, he's putting Bill to sleep. It hurt my feelings.
No, but that was alcohol related. It had nothing to do with you. And I do it one time for like 4 minutes, and everybody's just, I mean, at least I didn't throw up on camera, Art. But I'm a few White Claws in, and I haven't eaten all day. So what do you think? I'm gonna stay awake or no? Probably. But anyway, I'm glad to hear you're in good health. Like I said, I see the doctor all the time.
I changed my diet a little, or I'm trying to, but dude, it's hard. I'm not. What is the big secret? I mean, Bill, we both come from IT backgrounds, okay? And it's funny. It's like we share information when we figure out how to fix something on a motherboard or this or this. What is the deal with all these diet? I mean, why is it so damn hard to diet and eat healthy? It's like it's a big secret. Nobody wants you to know unless you buy a plan. There's just no flat out, here's what you should be able to do.
I did lose 90 pounds at one point. I was down to 228, and I did it with the paleo diet.
And what's the paleo diet?
It's supposedly caveman diet, they call it as well. No processed foods, obviously. Lots of meats, lean meats, excuse me. And,
is it low carb?
Vegetables. It is low carb. You get your carbs from the vegetables. So you eat a lot of vegetables, so you do get some. So it's not a no carb, but it is a low carb, high protein. And I went from and it's also a lifestyle. You have to eat breakfast. You have to get the metabolism going in the morning. Lunch can just be a snack, because that's less important. Like the cavemen who only lived about 14 years, so I don't even understand that. But anyway, you have to eat the breakfast, and then you have the light lunch, and then like a nice dinner, And I did it for, I don't know, about a year, not even 10 months. And I lost 90 pounds. I went from about 318 down to 228. And I was actually happy with it at that point, because no sugar, no processed sugar. So you got to cut out sugars. You have to cut out cheeses, which was hard for my mother's side's Italian. No cheeses and no breads. That's the other thing too. You don't do no grain, no grains like that. But it worked, and I felt good, and I looked good. Well, as good as I can.
Oh, you
And
still look good.
yeah. Anyway, I actually liked it. I was used to it, and I could put spaghetti sauce. I could put spaghetti sauce in anything. I put it on eggs,
Yeah.
And hot sauce is good because it raises your metabolism, which is a good thing. And one day I said, well, I've lost all this weight. They suggested you do 6 days on, 1 day off, give yourself a cheat day. I didn't do that. I did 7 days, and I lost all that weight, and I was fine. I said, but one day I said, you know what? It's been so long. I deserve it. Let's give myself a pizza day. It didn't even taste good to me. Oh, it must be this place. They're not that good. Went to another place, and it was better. But what happened was once you break it, you think, I'm so ahead of the game, I'm fine, and slowly but surely. Now I'm not back up to 318. I got close at one point, but I'm at about 285 right now. So we keep talking about me going back to that diet, but you have to stick to it. You have to have, a simple food. You know what I mean, like a broiled chicken breast right.
My brother does what you do. I can't do it. I tried, and he's like, Robbie, you got to make it through the first 5 days, and then you won't have an issue. See, my difference is I weighed 210, and I've been watching what I eat for like 10 days. I'm down to like 202 right now. I'm not that overweight because I'm 6 foot tall, but when I got my results, I looked in here and it said my body mass index was like 28%. I was like, how? I'm not that fat. My stomach is not that big. So I am dieting, but my brother, all he does is eat burger all the time. He only eats burger. No bread, no carbs, just burger, drinks water. And I tried it, and my body does not process meat good. If I eat a burger, just a burger with nothing on it, it's like it makes my stomach hurt. I just can't. I can eat chicken all day long.
I was doing chicken, I was doing turkeys, doing hamburger, whatever, whatever I felt like making, and she was into it, so she enjoyed doing it for me. And like I said, it did work, and I don't have a problem processing all of that. And what they tell you, what their claim is that human beings don't naturally subsist on grains. That wasn't part of our original diet for how many tens of thousands or millions of years, whatever. That's only been in our diet for the last several thousand years. So everybody, allegedly, according to them, has a bit of a gluten issue, that you would actually feel less bloated. If you give up all glutens for just a couple of weeks, you'll feel the difference. And it's pretty much true. But you could tell Italian you can't have bread, and you can't have cheese. So
No, that's the stuff that makes me feel good. It's like she'll make like ground pork is like ground beef and mix it with kale or something, and then I'm grabbing bread. She's like, "What's that for?" I was like, "I'm gonna make a sandwich, like a little taco deal." But I gotta be able to stay away from it, and then I'm going to when I go back in 3 months, I'm gonna go and have them check me again and see what it is. But while we were there, when I was in, quick story, and I'll stop here. But this is a good one. I was in the 7th grade in junior high school, and we went to Opryland, USA when they had a theme park, and it was like 100 degrees outside. Robbie passes out. When I passed out, I hit the guardrail, waiting in line for the roller coaster, and it chipped my side tooth over here really bad. So they ground it down to like a toothpick, and they put a new tooth, put a cap on it, a crown on it. And they told my mom, this is good for 8 years. So well, I've always taken really good care of my teeth, brush my teeth 5 times. I mean, I'm just fanatic about my teeth. I brush them all the time. But the tooth grew over a period of time. So that cap has a little bit of gap above it, a little bit. And it's always bothered me. It's been in there for 45 years, not 8. So when we were at the hospital, I told her, I said, I want to go to the dentist next. I know I'm healthy. I want to get my tooth fixed. And I'd like to get my teeth whitened. So we went to so she goes, well, look, we got like a place here that does the dental right here in the hospital. We'll go there. So we walked over to the place, and she told him, she said, he's got something he wants to do. He wants to get his tooth fixed and get his teeth whitened. And they're like, well, we won't whiten his teeth. And I'm like, well, y'all don't do that here. She said, yeah, but how much, his teeth are white. They can't really get much whiter. It's a waste. But your other tooth is not as white, because it's not real tooth. So when I was in the US, I called my old doctor, and his secretary answered, and I said, I want to see about getting a crown taken off and a crown put in. And she said, okay. And she goes, and what is your name? And I said, Robbie Gray. And she goes, I can't find you in the system. Are you a customer? I said, yeah. I said, the doctor put this crown on me the first time. And she said, well, how long's that been? I said, 45 years. And she started laughing. She goes, we didn't even have computers back then. That's on the paper books. So they wanted $2,495 to replace the tooth.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
So
all right.
here it'll be, I'd say it'd probably be $100, $125 to have it done. So I was like, I'll be getting that done before I go back to the US. So just the
Well,
prices of
guys, I've been doing this show for 2.5 hours. I think it's about time to shut this bad boy down. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming to the show. Thank you guys, Tom and Bob, for the super chat. And we'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend and stay cool. Bye-bye.
See y'all.